of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will take the first swing of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wallace.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
On the option. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Inside the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
On second down, he'll fire. Using the quick game. Tackled, but he has a first down.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15.
Is good.
And he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Wildcats offense will take the field for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Scanning the field, it's Gray. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Line gets set, 1st down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Caught behind the line. It's Wallace. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tempo and overdrive. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Wide open, big play opportunity, hits him right between the numbers. You gotta make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Finds a man by himself. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. The back goes in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wallace. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Penn State! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Northwestern wants to go quickly. Dropping back, it's Gray. Setting up the screen. Using the spin move. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here. Ball in the air, intercepted! Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Northwestern will send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for a block, it's Martin. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Quarterback will audible. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got his man. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He's going to take off. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quick strike complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Nittany Lions will go for it here on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Caught in the backfield, it's Reynolds. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So they take advantage of good starting field position, move the ball 35 yards, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He gets it out quickly. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin him back deep in their own end. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Skips away from pressure. Finds the tight end.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
They ran it on first down, now on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The option look. He'll pitch it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Oh, man, what a run. He wanted to get it in the house, but nice explosive play in the run game to get all the way down to the 1, Palmer.
Great effort by him. I'd expect this offense now to try to go fast, punch this thing in using tempo.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Grabbed behind the line, it's Martin. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! What a grab and go for the score.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker, your running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner goes down. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say.
Nothing but green ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Gray. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Can't get him to the ground. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Wide out in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Northwestern will send out the punt team. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Slips through the line. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. What a good mix of plays keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive,
a shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by just 4 to Jacksonville State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. To the air. It's Gray. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Open runway ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
He hurls one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really dip.
Brings it out
By the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Nothing went right in that first half. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Looking for a man, it's Gray. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give is to Smith. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the running back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Now the toss. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Penn State 58, Northwestern 0.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, punt, and the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. To the air, it's Gray. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defensive touchdown. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6.
65, Northwestern 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Looking for more room at the 30. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
And the offense suddenly, with an opportunity it couldn't have expected, with a 1st and goal after the pick. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
It's now 4th and goal.
So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. And they complete the pass, but they lose yardage, and this defense comes up with a turnover on downs. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Looking for a man. It's Gray. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Touchdown, Penn State! And the punishment has been extended.
Penn State, number 11 in the end zone.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield.
Pass on third down.
Most had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
To kick it away.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Pulls it in. It's Martin.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Still running at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Kept it, who's past the marker. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. It is rare to have this kind of speed at the quarterback position, and the tough thing for a defense is even if you're right, he can make you wrong.
Same thing for an offensive coordinator, just the opposite. You might dial up the wrong play, but because of his speed, natural athletic ability, he can bail you out and go find
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the stomping has commenced. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Back to pass, it's great. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. The Nittany Lions are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Penn State! And the pummeling has started. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Penn State 86, Northwestern 0.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Got him downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to go up top on first down. Wide open downfield. Still running at the 40. The expressway is wide open. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's out past the 35. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Here comes the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. He'll ride his man on the option. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing.
Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. 2nd down now after the sack. To throw, it's Gray. He's right on target. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Running toward the tape. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. He'll set up to throw. Finds his man. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Now on 2nd and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the beatdown has ensued. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man quickly. Running with power. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. To the air, it's Gray. Got his man on the right. At the 35, he's got room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Looking for a productive play on first down. Touch pass on the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't find much running room on first down. 2nd and 8 from their own 27. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Now the pitch. Looking for room at the 40. Off he goes at the 20. And he finds his way out of bounds real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door. And the Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touchdown, Penn State! And the route is on. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Dropping back, it's Gray. He's got his man, makes the grab. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man in the middle. Lowers those pads. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Wide out in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. South Alabama is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 27 over Oregon State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Bunch formation for these receivers. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just...
Afterburners coming. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. Past the 30.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. They'll go to the air. Buys a little time. He fires it out to the right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here at the end of the game.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This is a 3rd and long. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's loose. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Nittany Lions in the hurry up.
Second down coming up.
Quickly complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Offense getting set for first down. Back to pass, it's Gray. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go. It is 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. This is what you're looking for when you